Yeah, hi everybody. I want to just do a quick video on a digital mixing board that I bought off Amazon. It's a pretty nice little board. Most of the features that are on this you'd expect in a more expensive mixing board. This one was just slightly under $200. The things that I really like about it, you've got separate buttons here for your phantom 48 volt power, which a lot of microphones need. You know, good professional microphones typically need 48 volts. And they're individually switchable on the channels. So you can see here, if I push that channel, little red light comes on. You also have a pad switch, which a lot of mixing boards don't have. And that would be if you run a guitar input or some other higher signal input into this, where it's expecting a mic signal, which is a very low signal, you can pad that higher level signal and bring it down to a mic level. It adds negative 26 dB padding, lowers the signal. The channel strips are pretty common. If you are familiar with mixing boards, you're going to have your gain switch in, your gain pot in here that you can use to adjust your input level. You've got your low, mid, and high frequency. Excuse me, it's the other way. High, mid. I'm looking through the camera and I can't really read it. So high is at the top. Your middle frequencies and your low frequencies can be attenuated. So what I'm using this for are my drums, which are over here. It's kind of a close-up. And just explain a little bit. The reason I bought this is I wanted a mixing board for my drums. And I also wanted Bluetooth input to my mixing board. And my normal mixing board is a Mackie. Oh, I don't even know what the model is. It's a 16 channel board. Let's see, what do we got here? Is it 16 or 12? 16 channel board. And I have run my drums in here before, but I take about 7 or 8 inputs on this board, so I'm maxed out. But between all the other gear, we've got, you know, our PA, we've got keyboards. Sometimes people come with an acoustic guitar and they want to run it through the PA because they don't have an amp. And if they have, you know, an output on that, we'll run that in here. We've got like 4 mics for vocals. So this board gets maxed out. So that's why I bought this. And basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the main outs of that digital board and I'm running it in to the last two, 15 and 16 here. So these guys right here are coming from that mixer. All right, so wow, now that I've wasted a lot of time explaining my setup here, and this is a really good mixer for drummers. And the reason I'm going to say that, I'm going to just jump right ahead to the effects. It's got 99 effects and they are very nice. They're almost as good as that dedicated Sony unit that I probably paid $900 and almost $1,000 for. And they're built into this. The way you change them, and the manual is not very good about explaining a lot of this. You have to figure it out yourself. But here it at least tells you, let me try and get in close there. You've got printed on here the range and what the effect type is. And when I first got this and turned it on, 86 was the default. And if I look here in the 80s, way over here, it's delay and chorus. I like it a lot. I'm probably going to leave it on 86. But most of the other effects are very, very good. And let me just show you. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to turn down this fader for effects. And here's the dry sound. And we're going, my mics are coming from my drums into this. Then my main outs are going to the Mackie. And then that's what's driving the speakers. So if you hear a little bit of a buzz in the background, that is not this mixer making noise. That is my normal, just, you know, idling sound that comes out of these powered speakers. So that is not a problem at all. That's normal. And once you got a band in here, you don't even notice that. When everybody's making music, that doesn't even come into play. But here's the dry sound on the hi-hat. Okay, let's put the effect on now. Let me hit the snare. I'm going to give you the dry sound again. Now here's with the effect. Love it. And I've gone through quite a few of the effects. The reverbs are nice. There's a plate reverb in here that's good. But the 86, what did it say, delay reverb is probably my favorite. It's really lush and makes this board well worth the money. $200, 16 channels. I'm not going to spend all the time going through the channel strips. I'm just going to hit the points that I really like about this, in addition to the effects, in addition to these switches right here. This has 1, 2, 3 auxiliary auxiliary sends. So if you go over here, you're going to see that there are aux 1, aux, trying to find 2. That's 3. Okay, aux 2, aux 1, aux 2, aux 3. Okay, aux 1, aux... Wow. Let me at least get the camera down there where you can see it. Aux 1, aux 2, and aux 3 are right here. Now, you do have a common return. Here's how these G1 and G2 jacks work. These are for group 1 and 2. And there's only one fader over here for group. Right here. So basically group 1 is left, G1 is left, G2 below it is right. And if you come over here, you got a group button and you have a main button on each channel. So main, if that's pushed down, is going to take this channel and it's going to send it to your main left and right. If you go over here and you also push down the group button for that channel, channel 6, I'm going to go and I'm going to also push down the group button. Yep, it's pushed down. So now, in addition, this channel is going to go out G1 and G2 if you've got them connected. If you pan hard left, it will only go out G1. So if I take my pan and I go hard left, it's only going to go out G1. If I pan hard right, it's only going to go out G2. All right, so they basically work like your main left and right, but you've really only got one slider for group. All right, so you're going to have to use your pan left and right if you want it to only go to one group or the other. Now, I'm just going to leave it in the middle like I would my main left and right, my main outs, and it'll give you a little demonstration. Test, test, test. So right now we're going through the main left and right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, and let's just prove something here. Test, test. You can hear it come through the speakers. I'm going to push the main button on channel 8. All my other channels are muted. So I'm going to unselect the main button. Test, test. And there's nothing coming out the speakers right now. Test, test. I'm going to push it down. Test, test, test. You can hear it coming out now. If I put the effect on, you can hear it even more. Test, test. Yeah, you can really hear it. Let's bring the effect down. Testing, test. All right, now, if I move my main, I don't want to run another set of cables because I'm not really using the G1 and G2, but I want to demonstrate it for you. So the easiest way for me is I'm going to bring my sliders down so we don't have a pop. I'm going to take the jack off a left, the main left out. I'm just going to go over to G1, and I'm going to take my right main and go over to G2. And then if I push this group button down, I should now have sound coming out here. Whoops, sound coming out here. So I've got my group button pushed down. It's depressed. My sound should now come out here as well as here. I just don't have the jack still plugged in there. Testing. Whoops, we've got to bring the slider up. Group, test, test. There you go. So that's going out these now.
Testing, 1, 2.
So you would use those like monitors. All right, if you want to do a sub out and guitar says, well, all I want to hear is the bass and drums in my monitor. I mean, granted, it's a little bit funky because you're gonna have to pan hard left and right if there's certain instruments you don't want in there. But everybody else, it's not drums, you would just ungroup them. You would just make sure that your buttons aren't down for any channels that aren't drums, and just push those channels in that are drums and bass. If you're miking the bass amp, you can accomplish that. All right, so that's what your G1 and G2 are. They're like sub outs. If you're on a Mackie mixer, they would call it a sub out. The other thing that's nice about this is the fact that you've got your 7-band EQ for your main outs, main left and right outputs. You've got the ability to tweak the sound on those. There's one thing I don't. Oh, okay. Let's get over here to this section right here. You have the ability to play through Bluetooth. So from your phone, tablet, or any Bluetooth device that can output music, you can play that. And by default, when you bring it up, if you don't have anything in the USB slot, by default, that's what it's going to go into, is a Bluetooth mode. And it sounds great. I love the Bluetooth. I play using my phone. I'll go and find a song on YouTube. And the nice thing too is once you've connected it once, the next time you bring your phone and turn this on near it, it's going to automatically connect. Some of the other units I've seen, you actually had to push buttons in order to get it to reconnect. So I like that. In fact, it's probably connected right now if I wanted to go to YouTube, but I'm not going to stop the video. I do want to show you the one thing I don't really like about this. I'm going to plug a USB in. It's going to start playing some music, and it's my band. I'm just going to hit next real quick. All right, now that was an original song, so leave it there. YouTube is so fussy. Yeah. Let's hit pause. Okay, so you can see when I plug that in, it immediately starts playing off of the USB stick. Now I have music in WAV, but I've tried it in, I think I had MP3 in there, and it just detects it automatically. And it sounds good. There's no problem with the playback. It's the record I don't like. And let me see if I can just show you here. Let's hit the we've got to kind of hold the record button. Now it's in record mode. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stop recording, and it should. See how low that is?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
I gotta
testing,
put the
1,
thing
2,
up there
3.
for you to hear
Testing,
it.
1, 2, 3.
And it's very noisy. I hear crackling, popping,
1, 2, 3.
popping.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
And so that's one thing. I don't know if it's this flash drive that I'm using. I haven't hooked it up to a PC. All right, we heard enough of that. I don't know if it's the flash drive. If you went into a PC with that USB port and recorded the PC, would it be better? I don't know. But it's not my levels. When I play the drums through this, whether it's the headphones or whether it's through my the Mackie coming out to the speakers, the levels sound fine. They're showing up fine here. Let's just do a little test here. I'm going to use the profile button over here on, well, let's use the snare because it's easier for me to get to. All right, so when you hit this, now your signal from here is going to come over to the meters. It's soloing it. So let's just see where we're at. Yeah, look. No problem there. And if I, let's go to this microphone. I'm going to go ahead and take the, now here's something too you don't see on all of them. When you solo or profile a channel, this light comes on over here. Right there. That yellow light comes on. Very nice feature on a lot of boards. It's called the Rude or Solo light. And it tells you, like, if you're not hearing the band come through, there's a reason. when you're soloing a channel, none of these other channels are going to the main out. So you can go and you can figure out which one it is and take it off. All right. Here, let's just check the mic I've got on the hi-hat over here. That's the only one I think I keep a little bit lower because I don't want my hi-hat being that loud. So if I come over here and I hit my profile button on channel 6, testing, 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 1, 2, 3, testing. It's not that low. It's a little bit low, but I was talking loud when I recorded. It's not my input levels that are the problem. There's something in the recording, or it doesn't like that USB flash drive. It is a cheap one, okay, I'll admit. But if I play back from it, it plays crystal clear. It's just the recording. So bottom line, great mixer, great value. The preamps on these are adequate for a small group. They're not noisy. They could have a little more headroom. That's the only thing, but really it is not a big deal. It's a great little mixer with all these features for $200, but don't plan on using it for recording demo tapes or demo flash drives. It's just not going to work for you. You're going to have to go to something else and record. Okay? All right. Thanks, everybody.